Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. Today I'm very excited because I have my sister Freda here with me today, and she is actually the designer of this amazing fox purse, which, if you've seen our class on curious.com about making prom dresses, Freda created this, and I think it's absolutely adorable. And the greatest thing about this is that you can make many different kinds of faces.
Any kind of animal face you'd like.
Right, exactly. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to do this in a couple parts. Today, we're going to teach you how to make the
body of the purse.
So the body of the purse, and then you can add as many different kinds of heads as you want, correct?
Right, and we'll show you how to do that in the future.
Okay, sounds good. So consider this part one of a many long series.
The body of the bag.
We're calling this the body of the bag. Okay, so Freda, tell us what we're going to do first.
So the first thing you're going to start out with is a piece of duct tape fabric that is 11 inches long by 8 inches wide.
Okay, so 11 by 8 inches, perfect. And for this project, we're just going to be using some duct tape, right?
Right.
And we'll need a pair of scissors, of course. And then I've got my X-Acto knife just because I've become very, very addicted to my X-Acto knife because I get those nice clean edges. I used to rip a lot, and now I use the X-Acto knife a lot. But always remember, adult supervision, please. And then you've got some wire brads here.
2 wire brads, yeah, that's how we're going to attach the handle.
Got it. Okay, super. So what's the first thing you're going to do with your 8 by 11 piece of fabric?
Duct tape fabric. All right, it's trimmed real nice. We're going to take it and fold it in half.
Okay. And then what are you going to do?
We're going to do a piece half on, half off.
Oh, okay. So
Here
half on
and here.
Half on, half off is our basic technique for sealing any duct tape projects. And so I'm just going to cut her a piece. And do you want to use full strips?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so she's going to be using a full strip. And where do you line it up and how do you do it? Tell us.
So I'm just lining that right up on the side here. And I've lined it up flush with the bottom, the closed side, but I'm going to trim that so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to take that just like this, half on, half off, turn it over.
So let's show them what you mean by half on, half off. So as you can see, she's got part of the tape is on the nice side here, and then on the other side, because we're going to seal it, this is sticky. So that's half on, half off. Okay, so now what are you going to do?
Just fold it right on over.
Okay.
Nice and flush.
Now, do you have to do it from the same side each time, or can we just continue on?
No, let's just keep going.
Okay, so there's that piece. I hope I didn't mess it up. Do I make it big enough, or is it too small?
You know what? We're going to be in good shape. It's totally fine.
Okay, I'll save this for later then.
Turn that over.
So where did you come up with the idea to make the fox purse in the first place?
The idea of the fox purse? I think I was looking around, and I'm just going to take my scissors here or X-Acto and just trim that off.
Sure.
I think I was looking around at Google Images, just sort of different kinds of handbags, and randomly saw this designer bag that had a little fox face on it, and I was like, I want to make that. So that was it. It didn't look like this, but it was the inspiration.
Okay, so now you've got basically an envelope, right?
You got it.
Okay, so now what are you going to do?
So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to poof it out.
Okay. So you're just kind of pinching like a little cat ear there.
Make a little triangle here, and I'm going to fold it under.
Now, do you want to tape that on the underside?
I do.
Okay.
I want to just keep the sides clean on this.
Okie dokie. So you're going to fold it there. Would you like me to tape since you've got your hand there?
Sure, please.
Okay. And we're just going to place it on the tip of that triangle, right?
Yep. You got it.
And we want to do it on the other side too?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And something that I like to do just to make sure that it's the same, which it should be, this looks pretty much the same, is sometimes I like to sort of just get on eye level with it to make sure that, and make sure that that's nice and flat.
Oh,
Sort of
gotcha.
like it down, but you know what?
That turned out good.
So
Now, do
perfect.
we have to reinforce the bottom now, or are we going to just let that be for right now?
For now, I think that we're in good shape.
Okay.
So now let's cut a nice little strip just to cover up inside here. We have a sticky part, and when you're using your purse, you don't want to have your makeup or your hair or something like sort of end up getting grungy and stuck to this little strip. So we're just going to reinforce that and tape it.
Okay, so there's one for you. And once you've poofed that bottom, it becomes very apparent that there's that little sticky strip there. And so this is the perfect time for you to kind of clear that strip up. And then is it okay to just take the extra tape up and over the edge there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
You
we're
wanna do
going to
that
put this
side?
one. Yeah, let me do one. Let me be part of the fox purse.
Get in.
I'm getting in. Okay, so what's going to be our next step?
Okay, so now we're going to, because of the way these lids sit, the faces sit, we're just gonna go ahead and take this side on either side and pinch it in, just like that.
And so are you going to secure that with tape?
Just a half of that, really.
Okay, so we're going to be using kind of what it's like, basically a 3/4 inch strip wide, right?
Yeah, do you want to just put that on there?
Sure.
I'll pinch it for you.
Okay, so we put it on this side here.
It's just puckering it into a cuter face shape for us.
Okay, you got it?
And the other side.
Okay, so we repeat this on both sides.
Hold on, let's make sure we're the same. We're pretty good.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you're puckering in the same amount on each side?
Yeah, well, unless you want a lopsided faced Quasimodo style pet, which some people might,
Hey,
and that's okay. So look at that, look how cute that is.
That's cute. So, I mean, if you wanted to, if you didn't want to do a face on this, you could just make like a little flap and just flap it over
Absolutely,
too, right?
this is really a pretty much standard
purse.
advanced purse,
Okay,
I think,
cool.
yeah.
All right, so it needs a handle.
Let's do a strap.
Okay, straps are like one of my specialties.
All right.
I mean, they might be yours as well. Do you like straps?
You're really good at straps.
One of the things I love about straps is that you can make them any length you want. Now we've been doing this a long time, so I'm actually going to make my strap 24 whole inches, but normally when I'm teaching my classes, we always say to go 12 inches at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna fold that over 1/3 of the way up, and then I fold the other one over top and seal it up.
Look at that perfect strap.
But normally, I always say go in 12-inch strips only because, and we have a whole video on how to make straps if you're unfamiliar, and you wanted to make this more of a crossover bag. So I'm gonna round these corners, is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's make them good looking.
The thing about it is, until you're really used to working in long, long strips of tape, it's better to start short and build.
We're also adults, so we have longer arms.
That is true. And I have very long monkey arms. I've always had long monkey arms.
So now I'm just going to go ahead and put these two guys together here and just use the X-Acto knife just to make a tiny little slit.
Okay, and you're doing that about 1 inch down?
Yeah, about 1 inch up from the bottom there.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'm going to do the same thing right inside the crease, the little dimple here that we've made.
Okay, so now this is where you need to be very careful with your X-Acto knife, right?
Right, don't have your fingers in there,
Right.
obviously.
Well,
Yeah, don't have your fingers in there.
sometimes not so obviously, right? People want to put their hand in there to keep it
Don't
from
do that.
pushing down.
Hold
Don't
the
do that.
pinch, hold the pinch, and poke here.
Okay, and so now what's next?
Now we're going to take our strap and take one of our wire brads,
Yep.
push it through here.
Do we think the person who created these was named Brad, and that's why they named them wire brads?
Well, I could pretend that was true. I can pretend and get behind that. So these are relatively long ones. They aren't very short, so we're having no trouble going through. So I'm just going to open that up like you would a brad on the inside of the purse.
Okay.
Here.
You're going to need some tape to seal that off?
I would love that, yeah.
Okay. So I like to use larger brads rather than tiny, skinny, itty-bitty brads because they have a better, like a weight to them so that they actually will hold your purse and you can actually put stuff in it as opposed, I mean, this is not a huge, enormous purse, so there's not going to be a lot of weight in it. But if you have tiny, tiny little brads, they won't hold very much weight. So this is a heavy-duty one, kind of.
So now let's just, cover those little brads up, and we just need one piece on either side, and it's just right in the pinch there.
Okay. Can I give you that one?
Thank you.
And it looks to me like you've folded that brad on either side
Sort of
the
around the
pinch.
pinch, yeah.
Which is good to know. Okay, and then we're gonna just seal it up, right?
That's it.
And that's it.
That's the body of the bag.
And you could use it this way.
You could. That kind of looks like an Easter basket,
Yeah,
doesn't it? You could
very
collect
cute.
things in there.
But the next video, we're gonna show how to make this cute little purse into What Does a Fox Say? For more fun ideas, come and check us out at Sophie-World.
.com.